Hello everyone, Melody Gardenia back again with another video about tulpas. This week's video is coming a bit late, I apologize for that. We've had a bit of a busy weekend. So this week's video is a special one. It's actually inspired by my own birthday. Well, our birthday. S and I had our birthdays earlier this week on Sunday the 14th. This is the first time that we celebrate our birthdays because we only decided on these birthdays for ourselves earlier this year. I decided to sort of celebrate it on this channel, and to do that, I'm doing a video about birthdays for tulpas. For hosts, birthdays are obvious enough. It's the day of their birth. But for tulpas, it's a bit more complicated and ambiguous than that. Most tulpas weren't actually quote-unquote born, and for many people, they don't know when the tulpa really came into existence, since becoming a fully sentient and autonomous person can actually be a bit uncertain to determine. So for tulpas who want to celebrate their birthdays, what days should be used? There are plenty of options for this. I'm going to start off by explaining how our trio determined mine and S's birth dates. As I've previously mentioned on this channel, I was an imaginary friend. According to my imaginary origins, I came into existence sometime before a particular family vacation that my host and her parents took back in 2012. My host posted pictures from this vacation on Facebook. When I decided that I wanted a day to celebrate my existence, I went on Facebook back to 2012 and looked for those photos, taking note of the date, which I believe was somewhere around July 14th. Wanting this date to be as fitting as possible for myself, I went to a website that had meanings of birthdays and essentially looked up the descriptions for all the days surrounding July 14th, about 3 to 5 days in either direction. The description for July 14th matched me best, so that's the day I decided would be my birthday. S's birthday is also July 14th. This is a complete coincidence. So here's a story about that. S was actually developed from the personification of an emotional personality state that the body entered on the train ride home after a breakdown at work. For the record, it's important to note that S developed from the personification of that personality state and is not the personality state itself. Anyway, my host was sent early that day because her employer was very understanding. Thanks to the program she had been employed by, she had to keep a log of the hours she worked in order to get paid. And since we were sent home early, we obviously had less hours on that day. When S wanted to determine the exact date that they started existing, they went into our old files and brought up those logs. Completely by coincidence, it turned out that the day was July 14th. So that's the date that S celebrates their birthday. So now that you know how we got our birthdays, you might be wondering how other tulpa systems determine birthdays, or how you should determine your tulpa's birthday if you want to celebrate it. I've asked around a few tulpa communities on Discord and gotten some answers from people about how their systems determine birthdays. Here's some examples and suggestions based off of what they said. Some of the most common days that hosts use as the date to mark the tulpa's birth are the day that they started forcing and the day that the tulpas first started giving sentient responses. Some people have accidental tulpas, though, or otherwise forgot the dates of various milestones, so they have to get a bit more creative with their calculated birth dates, or otherwise simply guess as best they can. Several people tried to estimate the earliest possible date that their tulpa could have existed, and use that as the birthday. One person in particular I asked said they based their birthday off the date of their first memory, which was of their host telling them a story. Some tulpas that are based on fictional characters end up using that character's canon birthday as their own birthday. And if none of the above applies or is suitable, there's always the option to simply pick a random day, or to use one of those birthday meaning websites to choose a day that fits their personality. For tulpas who don't have a frame of reference for their birthdays and don't feel like picking a day unique to them, they just celebrate their birthday on the same day as the hosts or the body. So that's about all there really is to it. There are several different options for tulpas who want to have a designated day to celebrate their existence. If you have a tulpa or are a tulpa looking for a birthday, you now have several options to choose from. Again, apologies for the super late video, but these past few days have been really quite busy for all of us. This upcoming week and weekend will be even busier because we'll be on a sort of weird camping trip, I guess. So we'll be preparing for that this Friday. However, I do have a video planned for this Thursday, so stay tuned for that. Yes, that's right, 2 videos in 1 week. Hopefully. Thanks for watching. As always, like the video if you enjoyed it, share the video to others if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel for more Tulpa related videos. See ya!